stays the
resident, it never goes up.
Never goes up. It's
So
it's cool. Again, it's all about this. It's never about whether or not someone wants solar. It's always about let's hope and pray, because we don't know what they're gonna say. It's never about that. But yes, it's the person will get a bill that doesn't go up. The person will get a bill that stays the same, and the person will get energy powered by the sun at no cost to them. It's pretty cool.
Then I have another question.
Please.
And maybe you are getting to that, or maybe you're not.
Here, how about this?
Maintenance.
Check it out.
That's where we are? Okay.
So yes, this is where we are. So these are my 6 main questions that everyone asks me, okay? What happens to my roof? It actually acts as roof protection. When it snows, it's going to melt the snow a little bit faster. And when it's hot, it actually protects you from the sun as well. It's a lot more sleek.
It's more efficient?
So you see the old solar here? The new solar sits real nice up against your roof here, and it will look like a flat screen almost. It's got double black. It's very nice, low profile. It doesn't allow the critters to get underneath it.
Okay, and what about the hail?
Perfect against hail, so we cover that as well.
Okay.
So here, that's a good question. It's a really good question. So when it comes to the roof and its protection against your roof, we warranty it for 25 years, and we also warranty it for 25 years on the equipment. So that means if anywhere that we touched gets damaged in any way, we would come out and replace. Now, what happens if we move? It would transfer over much like the P&M account would. Now, how much does it cost? I mean, literally, solar is very expensive. I'm sure that's why you haven't looked into it in the past. It does cost money. Now, that's a tricky question, because if you went with another company, they're going to have a different answer. Obviously, there's going to be install, permitting, site survey, equipment. It's just a big laundry list of expense, right?
Yes.
With us, it's a little bit different. We would actually be proposing to be your new utility. So what we would want to do is legitimately cover the cost, so long as you're willing to do what Mrs. Garcia is willing to do, and just kind of be a word of mouth ambassador for us. That's what we like. In these towns, we like to make our presence known, and we like people to come to us through word of mouth. So if you were willing, do you see any reason why you wouldn't want to give word of mouth if we went above and beyond for you?
Who is we? Who are you?
Oh, Legend Energy. Let me show you, ma'am. So,
You're a solar company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're a solar company.
Okay.
We do solar designs. It's OWE, Our World Energy. We have an El Paso office, and we have Albuquerque office, and we're Legend Energy, so we're actually located in Albuquerque off San Antonio. But we want to open one up right in this area here, as long as they're still not red zoned by January. But obviously, you can tell we have 4.9 stars on Google. Let me scoot back.
Okay.
So this is us right here. We have 4.9 stars on Google. We have plenty of awesome reviews. This is Legend Energy. No hassle installation, extensive warranty, no upfront cost.
No upfront cost.
So that's what makes us different. I'm not saying that everybody is the same. With solar isn't the same everywhere, and not every house has the same needs.
And see, I tend to, that's why I'm trying to be clear, I tend to not believe people when they say it's not going to cost you anything.
So it does cost something. We would expect that you pay your bill every month on time. I mean, it's the same as your energy company.
So, you're not going to get a big payment from me.
Yeah.
Just pay the bill.
Not even a first month payment.
Not even the first month.
No.
Okay. What about? Do you have to put in a bank of batteries?
No. It's only if you want to continue to stay off the grid during the night. So if say you're
you would use batteries to store the energy, but if you don't want to use half of your garage trying to store batteries and replacing, see, that's when I say maintenance, you have to replace all those batteries and have somebody make sure they're working. So you
Yeah.
don't have to have a bank of batteries?
No, ma'am. So the way the grid works is it would be your bank. They would be storing up those negative electric bills and all those one-for-one
Right up
credits
there on the roof.
right there for you.
You don't have to get into my garage and do anything.
No, ma'am. No, where's
I
your...
mean, I don't know about wiring. I'm not.
I was gonna say,
about
I was
that.
like, I don't want to say no just yet. It's
No,
like, where's-
I'm not talking about wiring, but I don't have to set up a. Okay.
I could show you what that's like if you really wanted to, but like I said, they're actually very expensive. Your system doesn't even cost as much as what one battery would cost.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
They're
That's what
expensive.
has really steered me away. The last time I saw it was a house in La Luz, and it was probably 20 years ago that I was looking at it, and they had solar,
Yeah.
before it was so popular, and they had a whole room just set up for
For the
batteries.
batteries.
And
It's
I said,
bad.
I don't want to maintain all these batteries. I don't want to buy all these
It's
batteries.
humming almost. Yeah, I hate being around them too. Legitimately, you don't need it. The
Okay.
only reason you would need it is if, say, the grid did go down for longer than 24 hours. Then you'd only have daylight energy. You'd
Mhm.
always, every day while the sun was up, you'd be getting nothing but energy.
So you would be better off to actually just get a little generator and put it on your refrigerator if you needed
If
to.
you, at night,
At
night, because you
Mhm.
have solar, so
Okay.
you wouldn't need it during the day.
Mhm.
You would during the day, you're fine.
And during the day you would have your heat blowing.
So
Yeah.
long as it's electric, as long as the sun is powering it, as long as
Mhm.
it's electricity, then yes. During the day,
Okay.
anything
Because
electric.
at night you go to bed, you can get
and
lots of covers on.
it's not like a battery either. So batteries have limits to how much actual energy they can send out to the devices. So if it's like a washer, dryer, AC, refrigerator, that's a lot.
I
per
know.
battery.
I had a little refrigerator once that I hooked up to a couple of batteries.
It's a lot, right?
And it ran down the batteries in like 2 hours. I mean, yeah.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Technology's not there yet. It's very expensive. It's not cost effective.
So I don't have to have batteries. Okay.
It's like for the rich. It's for the rich to say that if in case one day my fridge will never go out. But in general, you will have the sun. So as long as you have the sun, and if the sun doesn't come out, we have bigger issues. But as long as you have the
but
sun.
when you have the sun, and in New Mexico, the sun shines 360 days a year.
Yes, the problem would be orientation, and that's it. Is legitimately, it's like, well, where's the house placed? Because the sun will hit it, but are they getting effective sun hours?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you do have a south-facing roof, so your roof is fine. As soon as I checked the sun hours, I was like, oh, perfect. She has the right amount of sun hours, so that means I can use less panels to give you the same amount of energy, which means that you get to save more money.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, it's quite simple. We will not put panels on someone's roof if their orientation's all messed up because we're paying for everything.
Right.
So that means we have to put a lot of panels just to cover their energy, which costs
So
us
it
money
has to be cost effective
to us.
to you before you even do it.
Yes.
You're telling me the truth about all this stuff, right?
I'm not only telling you the truth, but I'll be leaving you with the paperwork here anyways.
Okay.
So you can see everything.
Yeah, because my nephew's coming over. I'm going to want to show it to him.
I love it. I love
Okay.
it. So yes, I'm gonna be actually here. I have a hotel. I'm staying in town all the way through Monday. So yeah.
Okay, so you can give
This
me
isn't a one and done
a little
thing.
bit of time,
This ain't
None of this hard sell stuff. If you don't do it today, I'm sorry, ma'am, you don't get it,
No, I will tell you, there's nothing I can do about the red zone. That's literally what, if I was you, I would apply. And then since you're not set in stone, we don't got panels, we're not installing, just show them the paperwork.
When you apply, you haven't committed.
No, ma'am. So
Okay.
what you want to do is, so this is the process Mrs. Garcia is going through. This is the same process. It takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first step in the sale. And what I
Okay.
do is I show you
Okay.
what we have to do. And just so you can see what the website looked like, I finally pulled this up for you. But as I come down, they list our steps here. So the first thing is I just show you a savings report.
That's what you're doing right now.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll show you the approval process, and then we show you documents. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot more steps.
Yeah, there's
people,
lots
people
more.
think this is it. They're
But
like
you just take
documents.
it a step at a time.
Takes forever, yeah. Then we got to schedule site survey. That's not going to be done till next week. So that's the first step, is us checking and measuring the roof by hand now. We check that out. Then we
And
tell
you do that even before the approval?
That's how they literally do.
Oh, you have to do it before you apply.
That's part of what they want to see.
That's part of the
They want to see a
application.
measurement of the roof, and they want to know whether or not what the lot number, like they want to know all the specifics.
And we're applying to PNM?
P&M, yeah.
Okay.
So P&M gets all that. Then it takes CAD/permit. So that's us building. Now that we've sketched it, we'll build it, send it to them so that they know what we're approved for, what we want to get approved for. We have a really fast turnaround. It takes like 6 weeks though. And that's fast. That's us doing good. That's a really good company. That's #1 in Arizona, #1 in New Mexico. It's pretty good. Okay, so it does take a long time, but then after that, we still have to schedule out for installation. And then after that, you see how installation is not the last step?
Mm-hmm.
Then P&M comes out and checks to make sure we did our work right, and they approve it to be turned on. From that point forward, the sun goes up and your bills go down.
Okay.
Everything I said is
So
exactly
the whole
as it will be.
process is probably going to be at least what?
8 to 10 to 12 weeks. Like it
Oh,
takes a
okay.
long
I was going to say
time.
2 or 3 months, so that's
Yes,
about
2
right.
or 3 months. So the whole
Okay.
time my office would be in charge, talking to you, saying, hey, you're this step in the process. Hey, you're this step in the process. And you would have all the documentation and paperwork sitting there for you on your computer, ready
Okay.
for you to read and to forward and to pass along as you want. Now, in this industry, the issue isn't getting someone to want to solar. It isn't signing someone up. It comes down to P&M. If they say no, they say no. And it's first come, first served basis. So in this situation, like I said, there's so many steps. You're not looking to sign up or commit to anything. What you're looking to do is say, hey, yes, I do want solar, but I want to know what's going on. And that's what my job is I help people understand the applications, show them the routes that it takes to get to it, and then leave you with the information so that you can take all the time in the world.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
8 to 12 weeks.
It gives me plenty of time, yeah.
Yeah, the process does take a while.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, that would be the next thing. But first I want to show you what it looks like once they do go red zoned. So when you're looking at addresses, I'm gonna type in the one she gave me for her sister now. It's in Rio Rancho. But in Rio Rancho, there's a lot of solar. In your neighborhood, there's a lot of solar.
So Rio Rancho's going red.
Already, yep. So let me type in the address that she sent me here. Mrs. Garcia, let's see. And honestly too, since we're just applying right now, you wouldn't even really know quite yet. 600.
It wouldn't what?
You wouldn't know quite yet whether or not they're gonna approve you for some time anyway. 610th Ave Northwest. So this is her right here. So when I come in on it, that's her property, right?
Mm-hmm.
It actually will tell me. So it says the feeder is at max capacity. Click on the icon above to get further information. So once I've clicked it, red icon means the electricity lines that feed your electricity service are at
No
max
additional-
capacity. No additional photovoltaics, PV, or energy storage systems, even batteries are allowed. So what you're doing essentially isn't just applying, you're putting your foot in the door. Because
Right,
you don't want them to cut you off. You just don't want, you want to at least have the option, because then you can always pause the project ever. You can always say, hey, I want my application to be good. It's good for 6 months, hold it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's always pause. But the problem is the application and how quickly those feeders reach capacity.
Okay.
And once you've seen this, and you got a little bit, so like right when I looked it up, I got excited. I said, oh, it's good. I don't see a reason why she can't have it. Then I clicked it and I said, uh-oh.
Red.
So then I looked back, I said, what's going on in this area? Am I missing something? This houses can get it, these ones can't, this one can, these ones, but it's weird, but it's per street, per...
Yeah, that's strange. Instead
not
of just a big red area.
Yeah, because it's the feeders. It's this portion of our of our grid.
Mm-hmm.
It's these little bits here that are actually on the outsides, and they're little bits, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
It could quite simply be her application is enough to knock your area off. You see, it's never just like it could, as long as these are close. There's two right here that have solar.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting it. She just applied yesterday. I could apply today and not know for 6 weeks that you're not getting it because
Right.
I applied for her already. That's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. That's the process.
Okay.
So let's see. I'll get you your